If you'd like to leave anything in the Bulletproof Vest Fund, unless you're a liberal, then everything's free. Some responsible conservative will come and pay for your mooching ass. Yeah, welcome back, Patriots. Or Badass Day Part 2. You gotta remember that the Part 1 and 2 here is just a sampling of the conversations I have out there. I've already, because I already took a couple of conversations out of this and posted them. And there are probably another half dozen more that never even got into these clips. So, know that I'm out there in 90-degree weather, 7 hours a day, trying to entertain your ass. And hopefully educate some of you. And I'm telling you, if I could get some help, it'd be appreciated. So, but you're going to enjoy this one. Again, it's a gumbo. I never know what's going to walk up out there, and you can see that plainly in this. So if you like it, you care, you share. And again, thanks. I want to welcome all the new subscribers that came over from Tommy's site. Thank you very much. And, all these designs that you see, because I am primarily a political satirical cartoonist. Secondarily, I'm a pinata for the... for the streets. So, all right, let's get to this because this is a long one, and I want to pop in and when I have time here because this one segment here that needs it. All right, here we go. Come on, Mooch. Come on, Mooch.
Don't worry, he didn't pay for either one of these images. That he took. He didn't pay for either one of them.
Oh, yes, I did.
No, you didn't.
Don't tell me what the fuck I did and didn't do.
You know you didn't do it.
Don't tell me what I fucking did and didn't do, moron.
Yeah, just stay out here in the heat being a jackass every day.
As I said, don't tell me what I did and didn't do. You don't know what I did. I paid for these. I could show you the receipts. You want to see the receipts?
Show it to me.
I'll bring them. I'll show them to you.
Bring it to me. The receipts you have for his and hers. And
I'll be happy to. What do you think? I painted these in my bedroom or something?
I bet you didn't be giving shit, though. I bet you haven't given Hillary one dime, have you?
What the fuck I want to give her for?
Exactly.
What do you mean exactly? She's a public figure. I can do this to her.
So are you. You're a public figure.
Oh, you're a moron.
You dumbass.
You are a moron. Do you give people free rides?
No, but I'm...
There you go. All right.
Fucking idiot.
All right.
Public figure. You're in the public, acting like a jackass.
I'm entertaining people. Do people pay for your rides? Do people pay for your rides, moron?
Yeah. It's
all right.
Really relative.
If I'm entertaining people, then they pay for your entertainment.
At least I provide a service. I don't just pick fights.
Okay, wanted to do it on camera? Come on, man. You ain't got the intellectual prowess to debate me. Come on.
Really, you just found out you were a hypocrite and you did nothing about it. You're a fucking ass.
Come on. Come on, man.
I don't got time. I just think it's...
Well, you got time to hang out here, take mooch off of me.
I'm gonna head out.
You got time to mooch off of me? Come on.
I got stuff to do, but it's funny. I love it.
All right, slow it, mooch.
People that come up that agree with all of this versus the ones that have their panties all twisted up about it.
On a normal day, it's about 98% positive.
Really?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I was thinking about this ever since we talked and I walked off, and I was like, I would really like to know how many, fucking liberals. Here's the problem. If they're not behind a keyboard, if they're face to face, they got problems.
If they're not behind a keyboard, they're in a bunch.
Yeah. Anyway, keep up the good work,
well,
brother.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
I spoke to a professor yesterday.
Okay.
Right. From Los Angeles.
Okay.
who was a philosophy professor. He was really cool. And of course, you know, LA is very liberal, and of course, teaching in general is very liberal.
Yeah.
You know, so it's you know what, but I'm going to attract more conservative people because of my work.
Yeah.
So you know, but still, it's nice to get a nice eclectic view of things. Anyway, so anyway, as he's a philosophy professor from LA, so we got to talking. I made a comment about, you know, most people are smart enough to figure things out, you know, that could, you know, get past the lies that they tell you and everything. Because I wouldn't be so sure of that. Because in the teaching profession, most of the teachers I'm running in today are kind of stupid because they don't teach, they're trying to indoctrinate people. They don't allow their kids to actually think freely. They're trying to indoctrinate them into a political view of thinking.
Sure.
And I thought that was kind of like, you know, wow, you know, it was like enlightening for, you know, an LA professor to come out and say something like that. And he says, you know, teachers are supposed to allow, they give you the guidelines, but you're supposed to give the kids the right to go ahead and explore.
Yeah.
And not, you know, so much doing. What do you teach? What do you teach?
Social studies.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. So.
And how do you lean politically? What do you?
I'm more liberal, but I don't push any sort of. I don't talk about my political viewpoints or anything.
Well, that's a good thing. You see, that to me is like more of a classical liberal,
Yeah.
you know, which what I used to be. You know, but liberalism kind of lost me. In the sense, you see, back in the day, I was an old hippie, right? Back in the day, it was all about being against the war, of course,
Right.
and free speech.
Right.
Free speech was big. And, of course, being against the man,
Yeah.
right? Well, now, I'm finding liberals for the man. I mean, they're championing the FBI, the CIA, the IRS, and they're against free speech.
Yeah.
How do you defend that?
I don't know. I'm not very, like, I don't have super strong opinions on politics.
Okay. But I mean, it's just like, it scares me because, you know, to me, free speech is everything. You can obviously not here practice it. So, you know, to see them, like, stop speakers at Berkeley.
That is kind of like, kind of wonder about that.
Yeah.
It's like a interesting thing to think about.
Yeah.
Where it's like, but I don't know. I mean, certain people, I guess it's okay if it's like, I guess it depends on the topic, but like people like Ben Shapiro when he gets like, you know, not allowed to speak at Berkeley, like that's an example of that. It's like he's not necessarily like a bad person or he's not like got hate speech or anything.
Milo, for the comedian, for crying out loud, they stopped him from speaking.
Yeah,
Come on,
so-
he's a comedian.
Yeah, but I mean
then-
that's really the only thing I think.
And then, of course, the purge on the internet, then, you know, taking off conservative, you know, banning InfoWars.
Yeah.
That's weird too. Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
I mean, again, you counter bad speech with more speech.
Yeah.
I mean, your argument weakens when you censor. Like, that means you don't have any, you already lost then. If you're trying to censor someone
Yeah,
else, and
that's
you've already
true.
lost our argument.
Yeah.
So that's the one thing about liberalism I'm having a hard time with. A real hard time with.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's kind of...
Yeah.
We appreciate.
Yeah, it was nice
the
talking to you.
Oh, yeah, well, you know, teach your children well and all that.
Will do.
There's a get-out-of-jail-free card from Hillary Clinton for you. It's good for any crime in the world.
My
Awesome.
dad will love
Yeah, check out some of the conversations I've had out here. I think you know, as I said, this is what I like doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because, you know, a lot of times we're just yelling at one another. And that's not where you want to be.
Yeah.
You want to be able to try to reach some common ground and find out where we can, you know, make things work.
I definitely agree with that.
Yeah.
All right.
have a good one.
day.
All right, guys, enjoy. And what about that Gussie Smollett thing? I wound up speaking to a policeman from Chicago today.
He's probably very liberal.
No.
Oh, no?
No. I'm going to attract, obviously, like-minded people. I mean, if they want to come up and argue, liberals want to come up, I'm all for that, you know.
I'm one of the few in Chicago that actually am a Republican.
Well, especially in your business. I understand that the computer business is heavily, liberal.
Oh, humongous.
Yeah.
It's obnoxious, and I actually voted for Trump both in the primary and in the Republican side, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
I voted for him twice, so I think he's doing a hell of a job under massive scrutiny.
Amazing, yeah.
I've never seen a president attack so hard.
I know, and he's still getting things done. Look at what he do in Mexico. He got more done in a week than Congress has done in 40 years, and they're still trying to trash him for that, Yeah, I asked the cop about the Smollett thing,
That was the most bogus bullshit thing I've ever seen. Bogus bullshit thing. Alright, so if you're rich, you can pay to get out of it. You can grease the palms of the district attorney to allow him to walk. What?
Well, Chicago. But the cop said he thinks that possibly the feds might come down on Smollett for, the letter. I said, well, okay, then let's let it happen. It's not like it's been there for how long? I mean, how long do you let that sit? So I don't know. Anyway, here's a get-out-of-jail-free card from Hillary Clinton. Which is good for any crime in the world. And check out my YouTube channel, The Back, subscribe. You'll see that conversation I had with the cop earlier.
I'm totally giving this to my dad.
Okay.
You'll find some humor in this. Thank you, I appreciate it. Pleasure talking to you, all right?
30 years, boy, huh?
At that time, I was in university.
I know. How do you guys feel about that? I mean,
difficult. A lot of people was forgot it.
For what?
A lot of people was forgot it.
Forgot it?
Yeah, because never let people know. For example,
About the news,
Yeah.
they don't like young people know that things.
Well, indeed.
So I don't know that.
you
After
my son, they
I
don't
check
know.
on the website, I know that. But
They don't
before
know.
that, I didn't know.
Is there still, I mean, that basically was kind of a push for a democratic or democracy movement in China. That's, they, of course, repressed that. Is there still kind of a move to push for democracy there? Because China's so big. I mean, it's a lot of people.
Yeah,
Not really too much.
No?
1.4 billion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when are you guys going to take over the world? When are you going to take over the world?
I don't know. Probably like 50 years.
50 years? I don't know. I think you're
100
trying to do
Where is
I
China?
always can.
Well, China you need to change it. China, most of the people is from not from city. It's
Yes, very rural.
So, few years before, many people, even they are not know how to writing something words. This before. So I think China will be changed, but we need time.
China's changed a great deal in several decades.
But so far is in the city, however, is changed big. Yeah, a lot of people.
What do you do there? What do you do for work?
Yeah, I do in a hotel. Hotel? Yeah.
Yeah. And yourself?
No, I'm student.
Student?
Yeah. So that's why I beginning to touch with the foreigner people.
Yes.
So I like the American. Yeah,
Yes.
I very love here. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Here is very
People
nice.
should travel, so they,
Yeah. This I can feel happiness in life. You can do what you want to do.
Freedom does that.
Yeah, freedom. Yeah.
China should try that.
Yeah. Well, should be. That's why I send my son come to the Savannah to go to the university. Yeah.
Wonderful.
Yeah. Well, this is
Good. Yeah.
This is where.
Start the revolution in China.
start the revolution. Where a lot of people will die.
Happens. I
We have a peace revolution.
yeah, it'd be nice to have a peaceful revolution. Unfortunately, that I don't know of many peaceful revolutions. Yeah, there always a certain amount of turmoil, a certain amount of blood has to be spilled.
But I always believe it's, I don't know, in China, many people is government announce or American something like the enemy, but I never think it. I think the American people in history is best friend with China. Yeah.
Well, it'd be nice.
Yeah.
I mean, definitely don't want to go to war with China. You got too many people.
Some people is before the Korea War, you know.
Right.
We are now many people don't know, but I think that is stupid war.
Well, of course, all wars are stupid.
Yeah, where China will be attend the war for another country. Yeah, we died a lot of people. No people now.
Yeah. There's so much now. With globalization is the word, and business, international. I mean, there's so much interlocking business.
Yeah.
That I think it kind of makes it hard to have a war now, because I mean you're going to war against yourself almost. But I don't know. The elites sure do love wars, that's for sure. Anyway, let's hope for peace.
Okay.
All right. Good.
Did really good for him.
Oh, good. What branch? Army?
Yep.
Terrific. What'd you retire as?
E7.
All right,
Perfect retirement.
Indeed.
Yeah, I can't argue one bit, you know.
Yeah, well, obviously I'm a magnet for military and police and government workers.
I've done a lot with the government, and now I'm done. I don't want to have shit to do with government now.
Oh, I'm not done now.
It's gotten so democratic. The military's got democratic.
Really?
That's the one that ain't supposed to be democratic. You ain't supposed to have a voice in the military. You're supposed to do what you're told.
Obama really screwed that up, didn't he? I see
Him and Clinton both.
Yeah, I know. Is it still? I don't think it's still that way. Or I mean, well, of course, I'm going to track like-minded. So I mean, I get a lot of.
Still got those panic cards and all that shit. I can't yell at my soldiers. There's something wrong when you can't yell at a soldier.
Yeah, I know. Excuse me, but I mean, is there anything in the Constitution about anybody's feelings? God almighty. I mean, I was talking to a cop yesterday. He told me he got rode up, sitting in his vehicle, talking to his partner, got the camera on. He was just talking and just said something that was like off. Politically incorrect and got written up.
That's insane.
I know. I started wearing this hat around, and you should see the looks I get for wearing that hat. I forget I got it on sometimes, and people are just giving me these looks.
But wait till you have your total anarchy, which you're already on that road to where police don't count, everybody can do what they want, and you can't do this. And see just how bad it actually gets, and then they're going to be screaming, "We'll protect us." Careful what you ask
that
for.
way in some places in this country. Yeah.
People don't understand why we have so many freedoms and why we're allowed to do so many things.
Yeah. Well, here's a get-out-of-jail-free card from Hillary Clinton for you. It's good for any crime in the world. Check out my YouTube channel in the back. You'll see a lot of the conversations I had out here. If you'd like to support me, there's several ways you can do that. You get a lot of my designs in apparel. They come with a trigger-back guarantee. If you don't trigger a liberal, you get your money back.
But that's so easy to do these
Hey, wake up, liberal. You get your trigger. Yeah, I mean, yeah. Well, just having kids alone will do that for you. But then, considering all the stuff that's coming out medically with they force vaccines on.
Yeah.
And now I just recently saw an article where it's actually the only reason they're doing it is not for the kids' safety at all. It's to get people indoctrinated into taking vaccines.
Well, into just following what they tell us, period.
Yes.
Well, my husband is in the military, and they force them to.
Yes.
All of them just are forced to
Like, and then they have to take all these pills like before they go overseas and after they come back, and he doesn't. And it's crazy that they're just forced to take all the vaccines, and it's just
The military are basically guinea pigs.
They are.
I mean, they are
Yes,
just treat us like
So I can tell you from my own personal experience with my first husband, who was military. He deployed a few times, and every time he got vaccinated, he was different.
Yes.
He was different. Our marriage suffered later for whatever reasons, but I truly believe it was the vaccines.
Yes.
That's kind of when I really started kind of paying attention and, trying to figure it out.
if you pay attention, you can't ignore.
Yeah.
I like your fluoride sticker here.
Yeah, thank you.
Now, keep in mind that this woman has been coming by and talking to me off and on for, I don't know, a year. This is just too good. So here we go.
And they were freaking out, and I said, oh, that's weird because there's this really cool guy over there who's like anti-Trump, and I thought somebody was set up next to you that was like pro-Trump. I think that's what they thought too.
And what do you think?
Well, I was walking over on the way back, so I thought I'd just come see what was happening, make sure you were okay. There weren't some freaking Nazis over here fucking with you or something.
Well, indeed, but I have to, you understand I do support the president, right?
Oh, you do?
Oh, absolutely.
What?
Yeah.
You gotta be kidding me.
Why wouldn't I?
I mean, he's anti-woman. He commits sexual assault openly and brags about it.
When did he do that?
Well, he has a statement he made on tape saying that he grabs women by the pussy. It's a direct.
Well, that statement was made in the context of when you're a billionaire and you're out these parties, the women allow you. So it was consensual.
It wasn't consensual.
No.
You grab someone by the pussy.
Again, listen to me carefully. As opposed to Bill Clinton, who rapes women, right?
What I know is that Hillary is the rapist.
Well, no, Bill Clinton has settled rape cases.
So you're pro-Trump.
So Bill Clinton has...
Oh my God, I'm so sorry. I never knew that. I'm really disgusted right now, and I don't ever want to talk to you again. I'm sorry.
Well, you see, that's why liberals are losing, because you never listen. Oh, fucking moron.
You don't support state
No, let's talk. Can we talk about that?
I can't right now because I'm actually working, but
No, you see, I actually lived with scientists for 3 years. I started the Institute for Environmental Alternatives with Professor Ron Cohn. I have forgotten more about the environment than most people know. I would love to talk to you about that.
Maybe another time when I'm not working.
Okay, please stop by. Let's have a conversation.
Take care.
Assigned by the Army, and I had to meet her damn near every day. That is the skankiest bitch I've ever met in my life. Some of the shit that come out of her mouth that you would never believe.
You're not the first guy to tell me that. You're not the first soldier to tell me that he had
I met with him every day. I had to follow him. I had to follow him everywhere, but I had to meet her. On certain mornings, I had to meet the limo coming in, bringing her in. I tell you what, I don't trust him as far as I can throw that building. Yeah. But I don't trust her even a tenth of what I trust him.
I hear you, brother. All right. That dude bike ride.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, you got a family-friendly festival going on. Kids everywhere, and then you got all these idiots riding around naked.
I don't understand why people bring their little kids down and show that to them. They go to church on Sunday, and they follow the Bible that says a man's only supposed to be married to a woman, and then on Monday they bring their kids down here for that. Yeah. It just doesn't make sense.
Yeah, it is.
Are you from New Orleans?
Yeah, I've been here long enough to get this tick, you know, but 40 odd years or so. You know. If you'd like to leave anything in the Bulletproof Vest Fund, unless you're a liberal, then everything's free. Some responsible conservative will come and pay for your mooching ass.
You're going to start getting him started.
We need to get started.
Well,
we will.
We got started.
Here's a get out of jail free card from Hillary Clinton for you.
You inspired this.
They thrive on themselves.
Yes,
they do. They're so stupid that they don't know. You know, it's like this is the land of the free. Everybody should have their view. You know, you know, it's like for them, it's like, well, it's free as long as you agree with me, basically, and if not, then
they're dangerous, stupid.
They really are.
They are dangerous. They think they're clever, and that's dangerous.
Well,
they're not smart enough to shut up. I mean,
all they need to do is look at Nazi Germany. I mean, it's the same principle. When you don't allow all views to be out there, it's ridiculous.
Well, I hit them all the time. Several times today, I hit, you know, how do you lean liberal, left? You know, I go, okay. You know, because when I started out as a kid back in the hippie days, I was a liberal.
Yeah, exactly.
It was all about free speech.
Right, exactly.
So I says, now can you defend them stopping conservatives speaking at Berkeley?
Oh, yeah.
Can you defend them taking off websites that are conservative on the website?
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
how do you defend censorship?
Yeah.
Defend that.
It either applies to everybody or it applies to nobody.
Yeah.
That's what it comes down to. And I went to Berkeley and I watched that when it was okay that the Communist Party could have their rallies, Hare Krishnas, you know, whatever. But I saw them shout down an evangelical preacher who was on the steps there just preaching, and they just shouted him down. It's like, you guys are a bunch of closed-minded fucks. That's what you are.
What do you do back there? What do you do?
I'm an accountant.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I got something I think every count should have on there. You go check the other side. You want to check the other side. You want to see that? This is something that every account I think should have on there. Yeah, right there. I think every account should have that one on their wall.
I mean, everybody should have that. That's an asshole. That's exactly it. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, I went flying back. I don't have room to put anything in. That's why I wanted this. So.
Oh, well, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Cool.
Yeah, help support me because, you know, obviously I could use it. And, being out here.
Really, it's yeah.
I know.
It's about how you feel.
I know. They treat us like terrorists.
And you can't say anything. Well, I mean, my stepmom, she's now 90, but when she was 80, she was still flying. This white-haired little old lady, she would always get pulled out for the extra search. It's like, are you kidding me? How many terrorists have been white-haired little old American-type ladies?
If she was wearing a turban, though,
exactly,
you know,
they couldn't do anything at all.
And hiding her face and be like, oh, come on, kid.
Yeah, exactly.
I know.
Nice talking with you.
Oh, yes, thank you, sir.
You're carrying the torch. I appreciate that.
Thank you, sir.
You're a good man.
Enjoy.
Take care.
All right, so that's it, folks. You know, if you like these kind of videos, if you like this candid conversations on the street, well, down in the description, there's several ways you can help me to stay out there, and you can contribute. I really appreciate it when you go get my designs at Threadless. So it's badassunclesam.threadless.com. And then, of course, if you just want to throw money at me, you can do that too. And then there's Subscribe Star. I could use some patrons. Thank you very much. God bless you. See you on the streets.